ankles? Because by the way, did you know that when you're doing free writes, you have to uncross all your stuff, all your ankles, all your arms and legs, everything. Because what that does is brain function. Because if you write like this, with your ankles crossed, it actually uses the left and right brain. They can't work together effectively.
That is amazing.
So, especially when you're doing free writes like this, you want to keep the left and right brain separate for this reason, because the right brain needs to leap forward and deliver some very interesting, spontaneous material to you. Okay, so 2 minutes. Why am I writing this story? Go. The next question: how will this story benefit my readers? Go. And just turn to the person sitting next to you. And what I'm going to ask you to do is to write very quickly some short, little, tiny phrases, 3 each. One so you'll write for the other person on their sheet. Get them to tell you 3 who's, and then you'll switch your pages, right? 3 who's for each of you. You're just going to do this for 2 minutes. Switch your sheets and write for the other person what they tell you are 3 who's for that in relation to their story. Everybody got that? Yeah. So things like, who's in the story? Who do I need to talk to?
Oh yeah.
Who needs to? Who can give me more information?
Because I'm writing on
3 characters. Yeah. So it's going to be 1 minute each.
Do we write? Like, do I write my
3
questions on her sheet?
No. You write her responses on her sheet.
Okay.
She writes your responses on your sheet. There you go. It's all good.
Friends and family.
Okay, 1 minute each. Three on for 1 minute, 3 for the other minute. Another who's going to read this stuff?
Young girl that gets kidnapped.
Okay, if you haven't switched the other person, please do, so that you can get their 3 who's down.
That's where she got taken. Yeah, she gets taken out.
Okay, so if you haven't switched to the next question, start now talking about the what's. 3 what's each. What is this story about? What do I need to do to get more information? What's the core of this story? What research do I need to do?
Why I've already written yeah, I've already written one here. So,
When do I need to have this finished by? When do I need to start this? When is the character, the lead character, going to meet the antagonist?
Stage. Yeah, so I mean, it is actually pretty
The whole group now, and just to wrap up till at the end of our evening. How did that go? Good, huh? It's kind of fun. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to ask everybody is each person, just if you would like to, offer one thing that was a bit of a surprise that came up in your responses. What was a surprise for you in your responses? If not a surprise, then something that was really a great piece of information that popped up for you.
The journey where it will take the reader.
Perfect.
For me, I would say, yeah, the similar thing where it takes the readers through the different, not just here on Earth, but other areas in the cosmos.
Great. So that came up for you in these questions.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was sort of like, I guess because this old story I wrote, I guess I have a chance to be able to maybe do something with it now.
Doesn't get any better than that, does it?
Yeah.
That is very good. Yes, and yeah.
Basically, I'm just writing newsletters as almost like a duty to friends that I have to inform them about what I have done. So, and I do a little bit of research about the places that kind of keeps exciting my trips as well.
Great, good, good. And you?
I'm not sure about the discussion, but one of the things that you said about the mirroring, the wrapping things up, just reminded me of some ideas.
Great, great. Thank you for being inspired. Great.
Trying to apply the question to a poem is kind of hard. The why and the how. It sort of seems like the focus, and the other ones you can't always guarantee all those elements you can do them. Something gets so many key lines. It's like a haiku. You can't
Yeah.
get it all in one.
Yep, yep. The density of lead. That's the haiku for you. They say that haiku is at one end of the continuum, and the super novel is at the other end of the continuum. From, what is it, 17 words to 180,000, but they say the same thing. Essentially, they say the same thing. In its greatest distillation, they say the same thing in that story. And, yes?
What I found, like I think is very interesting, just the conversation between us, that when if you only have a few minutes to think of a story, you always think of story upon your like a personal experience.
Wonderful point.
Yeah, so
Thank you.
yeah, if you like talk to a lot of people, I think we can get a sort of idea.
Yeah, I agree. Which says that being in a writing group is a very, very good thing. Thank you.
For me, I think sometimes I just feel want to write, but it's good to ask all the question before you write.
Yeah. It doesn't shut it down. It opens it up. It really does. It doesn't make it into an intellectual kind of experience. It opens it up to our creativity. Thank you. Yeah.
Similar, just as to why I'm writing it. It gives you a different kind of perspective on it. If you're writing it because you're like, oh, I want to be a famous, writer, it's different from if something's actually really bubbling up and coming out through inspiration. You can tell that when you read something too.
Yes,
right?
yes.
You
You can feel it.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is awesome. So,
Like I said, people are intuitive and they're intelligent, so So if people are trying to pull a fast one and they're, people feel it, they know, yeah. And they also know when people are being authentic.
I had the exact same one. Why are you writing the story? What is the point? What is the message? Maybe it can direct you, or you're writing it and direct you when you're trying to, when it's finished, when you're trying to publish it.
Yeah, it's what I call setting your compass for your true north. You decide what your true north is and where it is. And so that's where it's like being in a boat and you're always piloting to your true north. You keep your compass set there. Anybody's been in a boat, you set the autopilot on, it can click a few degrees either way, but you're still always heading to your true north, and that's why that question is such an important part of the process. Why are you writing this book? Yeah. And of what purpose is it for the reader? That's your true north. Yeah.
I did nothing. To say what else was.
Yes, you did. You were here. You did something.
Oh, I was here, but I also went somewhere else, so I wasn't really.
That's all right.
Really here.
You were writing in your own story. That's just as good. Yes.
I read the shitty young adult novel of William Camp and his growth and awareness through the process. So
Fabulous, Victor.
I did the same thing when I wrote that so much for myself because I got so caught up in what I was learning from his story.
And that's exactly what we want our readers to do, to just get so caught up that everything else just disappears. That's what we're going for. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Well, folks, any last minute comments or anything that you'd like to share? Or? Yes.
Question. What do you do when you feel dry?
Do a free write. Know how to do a free write?
Anything?
Doesn't matter.
Great.
this one.
Do you know how to do a free write? Everybody know the actual steps to doing a really specific formal free write to get into the right brain creative center? Everybody know how to do that? Hey, what's this thing? It's in here. You said, imagine your left brain is a golden retriever, and anybody ever been around a lab or spaniel or something? And you're on the beach and they're barking and barking and barking and barking for you to throw something? Yeah, that's your left brain. So you throw them a stick, and then when you do that, it allows the usually much shyer right brain to come forward. This isn't voodoo, it's just brain biology. Okay, so this is how you do a free write.